Hello and welcome to another video. In this one we're going to prove that arcsinh x equals log of x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. So I'm going to start by writing y equals arcsinh x, and a different way to express this is that sin y equals x. Now, using the definition for our sin y, I can say that e to the y subtract e to the negative y all divided by 2 equals x. Multiplying by 2 will give me e to the y subtract e to the negative y equals 2x. Now, to eliminate the fact that I've got a negative power of e here, I'm going to multiply every single term by e to the y. So e to the y times e to the y is e to the y squared, which is e to the 2y. Subtract e to the negative y times e to the y is e to the 0, which will be 1, equals 2x multiplied by e to the y. Rearranging this, I can see that e to the 2y subtract 2x e to the y subtract 1 equals 0. Now, whilst it might not seem obvious, this is actually a quadratic expression in e to the y, because this is e to the y squared. Here I've got an e to the y, and here I've got just a constant term. So using the quadratic formula to solve this, I can see that e to the y equals negative b, which is negative 2x, so 2x, plus and minus square root of negative 2x squared, negative 2x squared, subtract 4 times a, which is my constant of 1, multiplied by c, which is my constant of negative 1, all over 2 times, again, my constant of 1, which equals 2x plus and minus the square root of 4x squared, because obviously eliminate the negatives, subtract 4 multiplied by the negative 1 will give me a positive 4, all divided by 2. I can factorise out a 4 from this, but I'll have to take the square root with it, so I'll end up with 2x plus and minus the square root of 4 times the square root of x squared plus 1, all over 2, which means I will eventually end up with e to the y equals x plus and minus the square root of x squared plus 1. Now, obviously, we've ended up with these two different terms here, and we have to consider these two different terms because obviously we're looking at e to the y. Now, e to the y can never be negative, so we have to consider what will happen when we use the plus and when we use the minus. And you can see that x subtract x squared plus 1. Now, because for all values of x, when we square them and add 1, we will end up with a term which is bigger than x. So this term will always be 0. So since x subtract the square root of x squared plus 1 is less than 0, we can just consider the positive root. So e to the y equals x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. Taking the natural logarithm of both sides, I can say that y equals log of x plus the square root of x squared plus 1. Thanks for watching.